Will the first 2021 North Carolina TSA General Session please come to order? Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
As liberty and freedom are all privileges that we all enjoy, at this time, we would like to remember and recognize the troops who have fought as well as those who are currently fighting for our freedom. Please join me in a moment of silence. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remember, the phrase "one nation under God" is meant to be said without a pause. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Vice President.
Hello, fellow NCTSA members. Welcome to the 2021 North Carolina Technology Student Association Virtual State Conference. Now is the time to challenge yourself and find out who you are as a leader. Mr. President.
Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Madam Middle School Vice President.
Present. The symbol of my office is the 4-point star. It is my responsibility to represent the voices and concerns of the middle school chapters.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
Present. The symbol of my office is the hearty handshake. It is my responsibility to see that the assembly is comfortable and properly welcomed. It is also my duty to serve as the doorkeeper for this organization.
Madam Reporter.
Present. The symbol of my office is the beacon tower, and it is my duty to see that our school, community, and national association have a complete report of our organization's activities.
Madam Treasurer.
Present. The symbol of my office is a balanced budget, and it is the duty of my office to keep accurate records of all funds and see that our financial obligations are met promptly.
Mr. Vice President.
Present. The symbol of my office is the star. It is the duty of my office to see that we always have a strong membership, a good work program, and to alert the welfare of our association.
Mr. President.
Present. The symbol of my office is the gavel. The duties vested in me by the office are to preside at all regular and special meetings of this organization and to promote the cooperation in carrying out the activities and work of our organization. Madam Secretary.
Present. The symbol of my office is the pen, and it is my responsibility to see that accurate and proper records are kept of all business and correspondence of this association. Mr. President, all officers are present and in their places.
Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Your attendance is required at all general sessions. I will now call roll for the attending chapters and their assigned voting delegates. Apex Friendship High School, 13 voting delegates.
Apex Friendship High School stands at 13 voting delegates.
Audrey Kell High School, 12 voting delegates. We will move on to the next school. Atkins High School, 12 voting delegates.
Atkins High School stands at 12 voting delegates.
Aiden Middle School, 2 voting delegates. Clinton High School, 12 voting delegates. Corinth Holders High School, 12 voting delegates. East Chapel Hill High School, 13 voting delegates.
East Chapel High School, 13 voting delegates.
Highland School of Technology, 12 voting delegates. Kennedy Middle School, 13 voting delegates.
Kennedy Middle School, 13 voting delegates.
Lufkin Road Middle School, 12 voting delegates. Martin L. Nesbitt Discovery Academy, 2 voting delegates. Mount Pleasant High School, 3 voting delegates.
Mount Pleasant High School stands at 3 voting delegates.
North Carolina School of Science and Math, 12 voting delegates. Panther Creek High School, 14 voting delegates.
Panther Creek High School stands at 14 voting delegates.
Philip O. Berry Academy of Technology, 13 voting delegates.
Philip Berry Academy of Technology stands at 13 delegates.
Providence High School, 12 voting delegates.
Providence High School stands at 12 voting delegates.
R.J. Reynolds High School, 2 voting delegates. Robert L. Patton High School, 12 voting delegates. South Mecklenburg High School, 2 voting delegates.
South Mecklenburg High School stands at 2 voting delegates.
Tucker Creek Middle School, 2 voting delegates. Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
During this conference, please remember that we represent North Carolina TSA collectively. Please remember to mute yourself once you enter the session and use virtual etiquette. If you choose to turn on your camera, please adhere to the TSA dress code as outlined in the competitive events rulebook during the virtual conference. Also, make sure to regularly check into the conference platform for updated messages. Madam Reporter.
It is our goal to make this conference accessible and successful for as many of you as possible. We also hope you can connect with NCTSA members. Follow at North Carolina TSA on Instagram and be sure to tag us in photos to share with us your virtual conference experiences. Now we will play a short video from members across the state about successes from this past year.
Hi, I'm Ananya. I'm the Panther Creek TSA president, and this year Panther Creek has been successful by setting up a mentoring system so that freshmen and new members can be connected to a senior who knows their way around and who can guide them through any questions they have about TSA. And we've also made some informational videos that can be used for years to come.
Hi, my name is Owen Osborne, and I'm the president of the Philip Berry High School chapter. Here are some highlights from our chapter this year. Our chapter had a great year, including re-electing a state officer, winning first, second, and third places at regionals, and offering interesting TSA-related field trips.
Hey, I'm Jason Wade. I'm the chapter advisor at Aiden Middle School. I think how we've been able to be successful this year is we've just adapted to what life has given us. I mean, our school's been split up. We've been going to school 4 days a week. We split up into A week and B week, so I haven't had all my students together at one time. So we've just had to adapt to the situation and just try to make the best of it.
I believe that our Kennedy TSA chapter has been so successful this year because of our amazing dedicated students. Our district has been virtual for most of the year, and while we are returning to in-person instruction, our extracurriculars will continue to be virtual. We have trusted our students to meet individually with their teams with a once-a-week check-in with advisors. Our students have exceeded our expectations, and through their dedication, hard work, and persistence have shown that they are going to produce award-winning events. Although it's been challenging this year being virtual, our students at Kennedy have proven that they are here to win.
Thank you to all of those who participated in this video. Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Abby. During this conference, we will be making our valuable contribution to the American Cancer Society. Please attend the interest session that is tomorrow at 3 p.m. to participate in our virtual escape room. North Carolina TSA will make a donation to the American Cancer Society in the name of the winning team. Madam Middle School Vice President.
Leadership is crucial to your success in TSA. Anyone interested in running for chapter or state offices or more effectively leading in their competitive teams should attend the leadership interest sessions available at this year's conference. The state officer team and GCU have fun and interactive sessions planned throughout the state conference, including modeling with Minecraft, the chapter president's meeting, innovative thinking, and many more. I would now like to call on Mr. Westhafer to recognize the candidates running for positions on the 2021-2022 state officer team.
The North Carolina TSA and state officer team are proud to announce the following candidates have been selected to run for the next team. For the office of Sergeant at Arms, we have a third from Panther Creek High School. I'm going to go through and just introduce all our candidates at this point. We're going to come back and do impromptu questions. For the office of Treasurer, for the office of Secretary, we have Sawmill from Panther Creek High School and Faraz from Panther Creek High School. For the office of Treasurer, we have Alexander from Clinton High School. For Vice President, we have Rashika from the North Carolina School of Science and Math, and Abby from Mount Pleasant High School. For the office of President, we have Malin from East Chapel Hill High School. We also have Antonio from Philip O'Berry Academy of Technology. And we have Robbie from Clinton High School. At this point, I'm going to start back in that same order. We're going to do our impromptu questions. Each officer candidate has also prepared a 1-minute speech that is available on the voting ballot, and it's also in the North Carolina Leadership Lounge section of the virtual conference platform. So, Third, if you wouldn't mind joining us here.
Hello? Okay.
So I've got some questions here. I'd like you to pick a number between 1 and 8, and that'll be the question you get.
I'll go with 4.
We're going to have about 30 seconds to think about it, about a minute to respond.
Okay.
Communication is an important practice in leadership. How has your communication grown in the last year?
Okay, can I just answer one of it?
Of course.
So throughout this past year, I've actually been focusing on my soft skills more than my hard skills, such as communication. And one example of how I've been working on that is I served as a chemistry tutor for a nonprofit organization for a little while. And in that experience, I learned how to formulate my ideas and get them across to other people in the most concise and most effective manner. I've also been having to present for a club that I started up this year. And in that club, I've had to work on communicating to all the students and presenting a lot more than I have beforehand. So in this past year, I've worked on my communication skills through presenting in different clubs, through my experience in tutoring, and through TSA, practicing for the presentations in TSA and speaking to my chapter as well.
Thank you. And again, a third is running for Sergeant at Arms from Panther Creek High School.
Thank you.
Up next, Faraz from Panther Creek High School, running for Secretary. Faraz, number between 1 and 8, 4 is already gone.
I'll go with 2.
About 30 seconds to think about it and about a minute to respond. Who is the most successful person that you know and why?
I'm ready. Can I go? All right. So, in my opinion, the most successful person that I know personally would have to be my dad. And I think this because of 3 main reasons. 1, he has been able to have a family and work through many difficulties throughout the years, from traveling to expenses and etc. And he's been able to do everything without having anyone else help. And while he's been doing that, he's also been working on his side job, which is his own company for real estate. And I think it's a really great opportunity because I learn from it and from him every day.
Thank you for sharing that. It's Faraz running for Secretary from Panther Creek High School. Somil, come on up.
Hello.
1 through 8, 2 and 4 are gone.
I'll do 6.
It's a good choice. About 30 seconds to think, about a minute to respond. How does collaboration impact teamwork?
Can I respond? So I think collaboration is really important because it allows everyone on a team to hear everyone's ideas. And it also allows like you to think of something that you might have not thought about before. So I think that an example I would have is from Vex Robotics. So that's like we have a team of 6, and a lot of the times we'll like end up with a problem, and usually like if we were alone, like it was just me or just one person, we usually wouldn't be able to come up with the solution to the problem. But through collaboration, we're able to come up with good solutions to problems, and they're usually it would not be possible without working as a team and collaborating.
Thank you. Alexander? Oh, sorry. Phil running for secretary from Panther Creek High School. Alexander, you're up.
Hello.
Hello. Looking for you here. There we are. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8.
I'll take 8.
What does successful social media look like?
Okay, I'm ready to respond. So successful social media is having a platform that achieves the goal that it was intended to make. In the case of, say, a community wanting to grow, it's doing exactly that, taking advantage of a social platform to be able to expand and attract more people to have a similar, passion to what that community is about. And especially in the modern day, that's a difficult challenge. That would be something that is pretty difficult to achieve, especially considering that social media has, overall in the phenomena has been more of people barreling into each other as far as like whenever it comes to like mental health problems or things like that. But in a successful case, yes, it would help expand whatever goal you have behind you. So that's the point, that to be able to grow, to be able to meet more people that are passionate about whatever the community is passionate about, and be able to introduce new ideas, and thus be able to just continue the chain reaction on and on.
Thank you. And this is Alexander running for treasurer from Clinton High School. Up next, we've got our vice president candidates. We'll have Rashika from North Carolina School of Science and Math.
Which numbers are available?
1, 3, 5, 7. Just the primes.
I'll take 5.
Creativity is a foundational skill in leadership. How has creativity impacted your interactions with a team?
All right. So I believe creativity is extremely important in helping the team improve and grow. And this is not only for the final product, which of course you need creativity to achieve the goal and for what you want. But also in a team, you need to communicate with each other about your own ideas and goals. And often not one person doesn't think of everything. And so having that creativity to be able to create a goal that's achievable and also find good ways to be able to achieve that goal creatively so that it's not only unique and so that your team members and yourself will be able to be proud of what was created or the end product of your creative solutions.
Thank you. And this is Rashika running for Vice President from NCSSM, School of Science and Math. Abby from Mount Pleasant High School, also running for Vice President.
All right, I'm here.
1, 3, or 7?
3.
The past year has brought on many unique situations. What new skill set have you developed in the last year?
So I think in this past year, it's definitely been a completely different environment. Being a state officer, I've definitely had to learn to adapt this past year. I definitely think I've gained a lot of new leadership skills and communication skills, having to learn how to collaborate with the team online and be able to communicate our different ideas and able to come up with new and exciting ways to make our state interactive and keep a good platform with members. So yeah, definitely collaboration, working together, sharing people's ideas over an online platform has definitely been challenging, but I think that has helped me develop those collaboration and communication skills even more. And I've also definitely had to develop some more creative skills as well, trying to find new ways to create that interaction and step outside of the box of my normal in-person ideas that I would have had. So yeah, definitely collaboration, communication, creativity, leadership, having to step up in certain situations with a virtual environment has definitely been challenging, but beneficial to my overall skill tool bag, I guess you would call it.
Thank you. That's Abby from Mount Pleasant High School, running for Vice President. Now we've got our president candidates coming up. We've got 3 candidates. Let's reverse alphabetical order here. Maylin.
Hi, Mr. Westaver.
So president gets separate questions. 9, 10, 11.
I'll take 11, please.
How do you keep your team motivated despite conflicts and obstacles?
So I think that this year has definitely brought about a lot of unprecedented circumstances, obviously. So a really important thing that will keep team members motivated is making sure that everybody has a good attitude, just making sure that everybody is doing well. I mean, you never know what's going on in other people's lives. And so making sure that everyone's personal life is developing well and going well is very important to make sure that, you know, work is going well and goals can be met. Another thing is making sure that everyone is on the same page, meeting frequently, so that people are always updated and they know what they need to be doing. And I personally feel like the most important thing is team building. and building relationships outside of the organization, building friendships, and making sure that there is a good relationship there and a good foundation to grow together. Thank you.
That's Maylin running for president from East Chapel Hill High School. Up next, we have Antonio from Philip O'Berry Academy of Technology.
Hello, Mr. Westover.
Nine or 10, Antonio?
9, please.
What made you want to become a leader of this organization?
Honestly, when I saw state officers in my middle school years, I was outstanding that they could go up there and speak to so many people and inspire them, especially me. And I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted people to also become leaders and kind of create a system of inspiration. So then the newer TSA members would want to be state officers. And I still want to do that now. I want people to be confident. I want people to be happy with their leadership skills and also grow so that they could be the best leader that they possibly can be. Thank you.
That's Antonio running for president from Philip O'Berry Academy of Technology. Robbie, are you on with us?
Yes, sir.
Robbie's also running for president from Clinton High School. We've got number 10 left for you, Robbie, but it's a good one. Explain what makes a great team.
Can I go ahead and answer? Okay. A team isn't just driven by one person. A team is multiple people working together to achieve a common goal. What makes a good team is everybody collaborating on different ideas. They may have different mindsets on everything, but to achieve that common goal and get to the goal is the way that the team works. And yes, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be success and there's going to be defeat, but keeping each other motivated and inspired to reach that goal is going to be the biggest achievement that you can do, because when there's success, there's going to be happiness and positivity in the team, but when there's defeats and there's going to be negativity, and obviously people are going to feel insecure and all. Just being there for everybody and listening to everybody, taking into consideration their ideas and everything to achieve what the team is striving for, that's what makes a good team.
Thank you, Robbie. Running for president from Clinton High School. Candidates, thank you so much for putting the effort into doing this. It's a big transition from competition to service toward the organization, and it does not go unnoticed. Members, please remember that voting opens in 23 minutes. Right, there is a voting link. Please make sure you check out those 1-minute speeches. There is also a time for you to talk with these candidates one-on-one in a Zoom setting. So please take advantage of that. Make informed choices. This is your opportunity here. So thank you.
Will the assembly please rise and repeat the TSA motto after me? Learning to lead in a technical world.
Learning to lead
in a technical world.
I will now entertain a motion to adjourn this session.
Mr. President,
Madam Secretary.
I move to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Motion to adjourn this session has been made and properly seconded. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, say nay.
Aye.
The ayes have it and the motion carries. I now declare this session adjourned to our next general session at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.